Welcome to Learn with Syed. I'm Syed Mahmood. He is a masculine singular pronoun. She is a feminine singular pronoun. What about they? Plural? Well, yes, but not necessarily. Things are changing. Let me tell you how. It is often important to use language which includes both men and women without making a distinction between the genders. This can be tricky in English when it comes to pronouns, because a person's gender is explicit in the third person singular pronoun, he, she, his, her, and so on. There are no personal pronouns that can refer to someone without identifying whether that person is male or female. So what should you do in sentences such as these? A researcher has to be completely objective in blank findings. If a student is thinking about learning English, blank can get good advice from this YouTube channel. Traditionally, it used to be he. If a student is thinking about learning English, he can get good advice from this YouTube channel. That's the way it has always been for a long time. There was an extended period of time in the history of English language when the choice of supposedly masculine pronoun, he, him, or his, referred to a person of unknown gender. Although it said his, it included her as well. For example, in this market, anyone can buy anything he needs. The use of a masculine pronoun as a gender-neutral one has traditionally been considered grammatically correct. However, this universal use of he became a subject of controversy in late 19th and mainly 20th century, as it appears to reflect a bias towards men and a male-centric society and against women. So, a gender-neutral pronoun can be one. This can sometimes be used to avoid gender specification issues. However, it cannot normally substitute for a personal pronoun directly, and a sentence containing he or she would then need to be rephrased, probably with a change of meaning, to enable one to be used instead. For example, one has to be completely objective in one's findings, but you cannot say a researcher has to be completely objective in one's finding, because as I said, it cannot directly replace the personal pronoun. So, we seem to be left with the option of using he or she. So you can say a researcher has to be completely objective in his or her findings. It is grammatically correct and has been around for some time, but everybody agrees that it is rather a cumbersome way of dealing with the problem. Hence, make way for the singular they. It was used sometimes in the previous centuries, but now it has made a comeback. For example, a researcher has to be completely objective in their findings. When I tell someone a joke, they laugh. When I meet a friend, I hug them. The customer should be told at the outset how much they will be required to pay. Some people do object to the use of these plural pronouns in this type of situations on the ground that it is not grammatically correct. However, it's increasingly common in current English and is now becoming widely accepted in both speech and writing. Lately, transgender issues have been driving the call for a more inclusive pronoun. The singular they avoids having to assign a fixed role to someone transitioning from one gender to another. And those who identify as transgender or even gender fluid would prefer the use of the pronoun they rather than he or she. So, is it grammatically correct now to use they in this way? Well, we're sort of in a transitional phase now, but it looks like the singular they is here to stay.